Motivational moment with Minister Dr. Yaz. How are you doing on today? It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to give thanks. It's a great day to put a enormous big smile on your face and smile and greet everyone you see. Good morning. Whether they smile or greet back, that's what I'm learning to do. You know, my dad did that for years. When you see my dad, he's going to have a smile. He may have a cup of coffee in his hand, but he's going to smile and greet you and say good morning. And growing up, I didn't understand. How can daddy speak to those people? They don't speak back. Daddy said, baby, it don't matter. I'm going to speak and give God glory. So I'm learning to take on that same attitude. And it makes me feel different. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel like that I'm more than a conqueror according to God's word. Stay on the wall. Today I'm coming from the book of Nehemiah. The book of Nehemiah can be found in the Holy Bible in the Old Testament. I'm going to be reading Nehemiah, the 6th chapter, the 3rd verse, the King James Version. It says, "And I sent messengers unto them, saying, I am doing a great work, so that I cannot come down. Why should the work cease while I leave it and come down to you?" Stay on the wall. Nehemiah was a Jew. He returned to his homeland in Israel to rebuild the wall. Probably 300 plus years before Nehemiah even existed, his homeland had been taken into captivity. Taken into captivity in another city, another homeland. They were in captivity for years under wicked leaders, wicked rulers. Well, anyway, they were finally released and they went back home. So there had already been two groups that went back to the homeland. So Nehemiah was helping the third group to return. There were people already in the homeland, and he was concerned about his homeland because the wall around the city had been destroyed. Now, if you do any type of study of biblical times and biblical cities, most of your cities in biblical days had a tall wall that surrounded the city. The wall was protection. The wall was defense. So he felt a need and a pulling in his spirit to go back home with a team to rebuild the wall so his family would be protected. But during the journey, he faced many obstacles. Now, Nehemiah was very strategic in what he did. He didn't just do it by himself. You know, he was secretive about it, but there are certain people he said, listen, let's band together and rebuild the wall. And there were people in various teams that helped rebuild the wall, helped rebuild the gate. He had letters that he had been given from the Persian king that he worked for so he could get to his homeland with no problem. But the enemy sent people his way to distract him. But Nehemiah stayed on the wall. He didn't get an attitude with them, but he gave them the word. He didn't cuss them out, but he gave them the word, and he stayed focused. I want to challenge you today in this new year. Stay on the wall. Let nothing distract you. You are doing a good work. Your work may not be finished yet. Your work may not be where you want it to be yet, but you are working, you are moving, you are creating, you are producing. Stay on the wall and let nothing distract you. Motivational moment with Minister Dr. Yaz.